forward. And uh, Mr. Kulkarni, and again Srikant Sarma also, we very often used to meet and MSME lot of schemes, and there are very three people, those who are having different vast experience, very specialized areas, and it is very enriching today to hear all three of them. And also I Professor T. N. Venkat might be talking more about why these reforms, and these reforms, what impetus it gives for the agripreneurship and startups, because always there is a issues. Anything in the country do, when not only today, 30 years, 40 years do, always there is a criticism, negative things will come. Always something will do, somebody may be affected, there are some misconceptions, all will be there. But always it is a progress is always, development is always, we need to move forward. Anybody suggests better alternative, they can also tell reforms, like Professor Venkat Reddy writes very articulatively why these reforms are important, and again what's supposed to do for really to make it change like that. We need to always constructive in telling suggestions or this one. That's why maybe Professor Venkat Reddy's session maybe a little more give throw light on why it is important, these reforms, and future governments or as the stakeholders, others, what we can do for moving forward the very competitive market environment, and also ensuring better prices and a matter, because there is a concern whether the prices for everybody know the price or not, and when there are a lot of competitors coming, farmers should know the price, where what price, otherwise farmers may be disadvantaged position. That's what even Venkat Reddy sir used to articulate, that when even ministry meeting one day I was sitting, he was articulating, we need to have the very transparent market pricing system. Farmers should know before selling, they know what is the price prevailing in the across different markets like that. Like that, there are a lot of suggestions. And again, if you take this NIMSME, or it is in the banking sector, there are large number of schemes. Many times government schemes will come and we'll see very superficially. Always it ensures a lot of things, but when you go nitty-gritties, or we are going along with guidelines, it may not, sometimes it may not suit many, but somebody, they make them to suit this those type of schemes, and they will try to get the benefit from those schemes. Many times schemes will talk about few thousand crores or 1 lakh crores, but end of the day it all goes loan or something like that. State government need to contribute, or many other things are there inside. But once we see outside, we feel that it is going the big way. But that's why we need to have each and every scheme very well clearly. We need to have the awareness of that. These schemes for what, how it works like that. It is that's why we can have the realistic expectation, and also the schemes can reach the correct audience or correct stakeholders, and they can benefit. That's why many times government schemes also wrongly, rightly it is blamed. Many times it is really not reaching the intended beneficiaries, or many of them unaware about the schemes. That's why these type of sessions may help, and it is not only for the only startups or only those who are sitting here today, they are attending. I hope you are like Professor Venkat Reddy is doing. Yes, writing a lot of articles and always making the video voluntarily is putting it. Those type of things we need to do. A little more activism in making the awareness among the farmers, others. Over the years, I'm hearing when childhood onwards, I'm farmers, and still I'm hearing farmers are just a small and marginal farmer like that. No, I'm continuously hearing last 30 years and no change. And anything it comes, we blame governments. It is not government means we are all together. We are in democracy. We are all together. Everybody has the responsibility to take care of the information to the other needy. Many of them may not be having privilege, like sitting like professors or seniors or the bankers, those who are sitting today with us. Those who are not having privilege to listen these type of experts, you may be going villages, other places. Kindly, you need to pass on information to the correct people, so that they also aware, they also may be benefited. And with this, once again, and on behalf of our manage and our manage Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship, and all my respect, my our resource persons and all the participants, very happy Diwali. Have a great time with all restrictions or COVID precautions, and without crackers and green Diwali. We find it difficult for Sivagasi people, and they will live on that. It's a century, so many years they are doing it, but still we will go for the green Diwali and take care, and have a nice session. And we look forward to all of you in next Saturday seminar, Saturday series. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your opening remarks. And today we have a couple of speakers lined up, Dr. Srikant Sharma, Dr. Venkat Reddy, and Mr. Pradeep Kulkarni to share their expertise in the respective fields. Starting with Dr. Srikant Sharma. Dr. Srikant Sharma holds a PhD in Agribusiness Management. He's got a total professional experience of 12 years as faculty, researcher, and corporate executive. His subject specializations are agripreneurship, food processing, livelihood, and rural enterprise management. He's managed related projects, conducted research studies and training programs, conducted like around 50 training programs, and has got 10 projects. He's published 21 research papers, and he's conducted 8 international training programs, several guest sessions, and 10 national level seminars and workshops. And today, Dr. Srikant Sharma shall be speaking on government support institutions and schemes for promoting agri entrepreneurship and MSME on agri schemes. I request Dr. Srikant Sharma to speak.
Namaskar, everybody. Respected Director General Manager Dr. Savanan sir, uh, Dr. Venkat Reddy sir, Kulkarni sir, Dr. Shagar, my friend, and Mr. Kausik, and all the participants who are here. First of all, I wish everybody a very good morning to all of you. And this is really a very good initiative by Manage Hyderabad. And I am proud to be an alma mater of Manage Hyderabad. And having a chance to speak on this occasion is really a privilege for me. So I'd like to share my slides now, and the topic that has been allotted to me is on different institutions, specifically because my institution, that is National Institute for MSME, belongs to Ministry of MSME. So I'll be highlighting mostly on the MSME institutions who are supporting agri entrepreneurship. So the focus will be on agri entrepreneurship, and what are the MSME schemes and other also agri and food processing schemes which are going to help the agri entrepreneurs. So my topic will be this. Kaushik, my slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You can go for full screen, sir.
Yeah, I'll do that. So
Perfect.
yeah. So first of all, we'd like to understand what is the definition for MSME. As you know that recently the MSME definitions have been revised. So the updated definition of MSME is that any enterprise which is having an investment on plant and machineries for the manufacturing sector, and for service sector those are equipments. So with the investment, if it is less than rupees 1 crore and the turnover is less than rupees 5 crores, are considered to be as a micro enterprise. So similarly, anything between investment from 1 crore to 10 crore is considered to be small, and the turnover should be less than 5 crore to 50 crores. So similarly, for the medium, it is from 10 crores to 50 crores, and turnover from 50 to 250 crores. So previously, as most of you know, that the MSME definition was little complex. In terms of service sector there was a different definition, and for the manufacturing sector there was a different definition. But with the recent update which has come very recently, this new definition helps in identifying clear cut identification of whether it is a micro enterprise, it is a small enterprise or medium, or it is a large enterprise. Friends, we understand the importance of MSMEs, and we understand that MSMEs are the cradle for large industries. So the large industries and first, like the incubation centers, they breed the ideas, and from this we generate the MSMEs, and then they become the large industry. So more the number of ideas, more the number of MSMEs, there is a good probability that we are going to have a good base of large industries. So promotion of MSME, because that is the stage, as we know, when we work in incubation centers also, that a lot of ideas don't materialize into a company. So similarly, many of the MSMEs don't become large industries. So government has special advantages and benefits which is given to MSMEs so that they can rise and they can grow into large industry, thereby developing the country's economy. So friends, this good picture I found, and I found it very relevant. Sometimes rather than taking big steps, which we cannot take sometimes. Maybe somebody wants to start an enterprise. He thinks that I should start an enterprise with minimum 1 crore investment. But rather than that, if one starts an enterprise, maybe very small, he gets into trading and later on gets into manufacturing, and maybe with 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs, like micro, then he may slowly, may become a very large and successful enterprise. So friends, as I said, my topic I will be covering about various institutions. So these will be the list of institutions that I will be covering. That is, we call as DICs, MSME DI, Khadi Village Industry Commissions, NSIC, NABARD, SIDBI, SFCs, Skill Development Centers, uh, EDIs, and then Export Promotion Councils. So these will be the various institutional support that I will be covering. Beyond this, I'll be also covering some of the schemes which are important for agri entrepreneurs, and I will be also covering some of the website or e-resources where if you can approach, you can find lot of information, and most of the schemes that you want to avail, you can apply from those online links. So see friends, the most important thing is that once we want to become an entrepreneur, or once we have decided that we want to start a company, then we should know that which are the organizations which are going to help us in this whole process. So for this, like in the agriculture department, we have the deputy director agriculture in the district, or maybe the district agriculture officer responsible for all industrial activities or all agriculture activities in the particular district. Similarly, for all industrial activities, the district industry center is responsible in the particular district. So in 1977, industrial policy, this DICs came into being. And these DICs, they are headed by general manager, and this is a state government body. So this under the state government body, we have offices throughout all districts of the state. So they will be having industry promotion officers. So they have like general manager, IPOs, and they are responsible for all related activities. So they conduct lot of entrepreneurship development programs. They all the state government schemes are routed through the DICs. So suppose if any industry wants that he should get a rebate on electricity, he should get a rebate on water bills, or maybe he want a space or land in the industrial estate, so which comes through the industrial development corporations, the applications should be routed through the DICs. And beside this, previously the entrepreneurship memorandum 1 and 2, that is prior to manufacturing and post manufacturing, was done at the DICs, but that system has now become online, and one can do the registration, that is Udyam registration, which is very essential for all the MSMEs. So they can do the online Udyam registration just by giving your GST number, your PAN details, your bank account details, you can do. So I suggest that all the prospective entrepreneurs who want to really start something, they should visit the nearest DIC center and meet the general manager or the IPOs and discuss about the various schemes and the provisions, and attend some of entrepreneurship development programs there. Now, DIC was a state government body, whereas MSME DI is a central government body. So MSME DIs are located in each state capital or in the industrial towns. For example, in Hyderabad, we have it in Balanagar, we have the MSME DI. Similarly, in maybe in Andhra, we have two MSME DIs. We have in Vijayawada as well as we have in Visakhapatnam, because Visakhapatnam is also an industrial center. So, what all the most of the they come under the Development Commissioner MSME, and all most of the central government schemes are implemented through the MSME DIs. So state government schemes are mostly through DICs and central government through MSMEDA. Now, what kind of schemes they have? Sometimes they have a scheme with respect to maybe if anyone wants to attend any exhibition, so they national level or international level exhibitions, they provide the support. They have the entrepreneurship development centers where they have the facilitation for GST, PAN, food licenses, all those things. They conduct the entrepreneurship development programs, skill development programs. They have technology upgradation scheme. Suppose a person is having old machineries and he want to replace it with the new machineries, so 15% capital backend subsidy is given in case of for capital for the upgradation of the machineries. Similarly, they have schemes with respect to IPR registration. They have scheme with respect to barcode registration, because we know MSMEs face problem. If they don't have barcode in their product, they cannot sell it to the modern retail outlets. So there is a scheme for the barcode. For quality, also they have for quality certification. If one gets a quality certification, uh, to become a very good supplier, he needs to have a quality certification. So for that also there is a scheme in which 70 up to 75% of the fee which he incurs in applying for these certifications and maybe ISO certifications, he gets it reimbursed. Now, the other organization I will talk about is KVIC. I think this is very pertinent to agriculture entrepreneurs, and this comes under the ARI division, which is Agro and Rural Industry Division of Ministry of MSME. So they have schemes with respect to village industries along with Khadi. So village industries may have something like soap, detergents, pottery, honey. Honey, they have the very good schemes with respect to honey, in which up to 10 bee boxes are given to the entrepreneur to start. And maybe if one is having 2 acres of land, he can have uh, 10 bee boxes and he can have an additional income of up to rupees 30,000 per annum through just having this honey, and then maybe he can process it. So they have scheme with respect to food processing, they have scheme with respect to leather and COIR. So similarly, under the Ministry of MSME, there are also organizations with respect to flavor and fragrance also at Kannauj. So anyone who is interested, like Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, CMAP, they work on those areas. So similarly, the Flavor and Fragrance Institute at Kannauj also works on those areas. With respect to leather, also there is a big industry, and there are, FDDI is working on that, Footwear Design and Development Institute. So with respect to technology and all those things, and the most important scheme that KVIC has is PMEGP. So I'll just it is also credit linked back subsidy. So in this scheme, what happens is one can have just his project cost investment of 10 or 5%, maybe 5 within, if he belongs to a special category, then he may just invest 5%, and in case of general category he invests 10%, and remaining he gets either as a subsidy or he gets as a bank loan. So you can see here for urban areas, for general category, there is 15% subsidy, whereas for rural area under special category there is a subsidy of 35%. And most of the people, they take advantage of this scheme. Now the other organization I will speak about is NSIC. So National Small Industry Corporation is very well known in the country. They have a countrywide network, they have technical centers in the country. So they have a scheme of raw material assistance. Under the scheme, uh, they because MSME, suppose they want to buy zinc, they cannot buy a complete lot of zinc. And if their requirement is suppose 10 kgs per month, so NSIC buys on behalf of these entrepreneurs bulk orders and supplies to the MSMEs at the same price in lower quantity. So making the raw material available, quality raw material at same price which large industry gets, and uh, continuous availability. So that is the main function for this raw materials assistance scheme. They also have one has to register with NSIC, and you know that there is a mandate that all public sector undertakings and government organizations have to mandatory purchase 25% of the value of their procurement from the MSME sector, and out of that 4% has to be from the SC/ST entrepreneurs. Though most of the PSUs are unable to meet that 25%, and mostly they buy from the large industry. So for this, the NSIC conducts regular vendor development programs, buyer-seller meets, and they have credit support system, technology support system. They have incubation center also, and they also provide the co-working space. So then I will come to NABARD. I think this is very prominently working in the agri sector, and they have various schemes. One can visit their website, mostly with respect to self-help group, weaver cooperatives, FPOs. They have scheme with respect to animal husbandry, dairy development scheme that they have is very prominent in India, and many are taking advantages of that scheme. For biofertilizer, biopesticides also they have a very good scheme, and they regulate the RRBs and cooperative banks. So the other organization I will talk about is SIDBI. So Small Industries Development Bank of India, they are the nodal agency for Mudra scheme. So we know that that scheme is very prominent, and one can get a loan, micro enterprise can get a loan from 50,000 to 10 lakh rupees. And they, beside this, they have India SME Technology Service Limited. So that is also, they provide the technology and advisory consultancy. Then they do the, like NSIC and SIDBI, they do the credit rating for the MSMEs, which help them to get bank loan very fast. And they also have an advantage of the SIDBI has an advantage of even resolution of NPAs. They do the resolution of NPAs, and they also facilitate the faster realization of receivables for MSMEs. We know that one of the MSMEs face problem with respect to working capital. So in that case, maybe faster realization of receivables for MSMEs through SIDBI and other state government organizations, they do that. So this actually helps them to meet the working capital requirements. They are also they are related in the Make in India, Startup India schemes. Now, the other organization is state financial corporations. We know that there are many state financial corporations, we have even minority financial corporations, we have SCST financial corporations, many financial corporations which are there, and they help with respect to term loans, with working capital, seed capital assistance. They help with respect to purchase of land, construction of factory buildings, plant and machinery, electrification installations, renovation and modernization of the existing units. Now, this is one of the prominent scheme because like finance is required for an MSME, which is given by all organizations which I stated above. The industrial development corporations provide land in the industrial estates with good electricity and water facility and other facilities for industrial growth. Similarly, manpower is also very essential. Trained manpower is very essential for MSMEs. And MSMEs face a problem that retaining of the manpower becomes a challenge, because MSMEs becomes the training ground for the skilled manpower, and then they move to the large industries. So in order to provide regular supply of the training manpower, the government has launched a Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So under this, any interested youth, they can go to this website, identify the training that they are interested to join, and the kind of courses, and then they can avail this training program. Now, export promotion councils and commodity boards also help MSMEs in a big way. They facilitate with respect to buyer sellers meet, and we know that there is a scheme under the DGFT, that is Niryat Bandhu scheme, under which the guidance to the MSMEs for export is provided by the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade faculties, and they provide the handholding support for export of their commodities. Beside this, we have various boards like I think COIR board. Everybody is aware. They also have very good scheme, and COIR is a important component which is having many applications. So COIR board, Spice board, we have Silk board, Coconut Development board. So all have various schemes with respect to that particular commodity development. Now, other organizations which promote agri-entrepreneurship, I think Manage is doing in a very big way. RKVY Raftar scheme is there. Then SFAC, I'll be also talking about how SFAC, that is Small Farmer Agri-Business Consortium, helps FPOs mostly. NCDC, National Cooperative Development Corporation. NIAM, that is National Institute of Agriculture Marketing. Ministry of Food Processing, NIFTEM, also has now PMFME scheme, along with the other counterpart institute they have. Then which is Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology in Tanjavur. Then ICAR has also schemes, and I will be stating how Agri Innovate India Limited, the website, is helping. Then CSIR Labs, there is a scheme that is BEST, that is called as BEST. That means Be Science and Technology Entrepreneur. So be an entrepreneur in science and technology. Under that scheme, different labs of CSIR, whatever technologies they have, like CMAP, CFTRI, those fall under the CSIR, and they have some technology which are available for free to the entrepreneurs, as well as they have certain technologies which one can get training and by paying certain royalties, and they can also take the facility. Maybe suppose they are finding problem with respect to product development, so they may approach the CSIR institute and they can take the technological support also from them. Similarly, ICR is also doing that. Krishi Vigyan Kendras, state agriculture universities have incubation centers, SAUs, veterinary departments, NRLM. So then there are some VCs, venture capitalists, who help agri entrepreneurs specifically. They are Acumen, Global Easy Water Products, Omnivore Partners, Aviskar Venture Funds, Small Enterprise Assistant Fund. Uh, then we have Biotechnology Industrial Partner Program. Then SBIRI is there, BIG is there, which is doing good work. So one can there visit these websites and can have more information on them. Then there is a scheme of Ministry of Food Processing which I would like to highlight here. These schemes can be applied through online mode, and most of the schemes now are available in online mode. And uh, like there is a subsidy which is available from 35%, minimum 35% one can avail the subsidies, like in the integrated cold chain and value addition. I think with the new farm bills which have come, there is going to be a very good scope with respect to storage, warehousing, cold chain, and so in this case, I think availing these schemes and creating such kind of infrastructure will make a very profitable business in days to come. So there is a scope of getting minimum 35% grant in aid for storage and transport. Then similarly, for we know mostly consumed vegetables are the TOP, and there is a 70% grant in that. Backward forward linkage also, there is a grant of minimum 35% grant in aid. That is no loan. That means the complete money belongs to the entrepreneur. The up to maximum 5 crores one can avail. So clusters also they have the scheme. So friends, here I would like to also highlight the importance of clusters. I'll just take more 10 minutes. So in the clusters, a cluster is basically a group of micro enterprises which are located within one geographical area, and they produce similar commodities or same commodities. So for example, we have a bamboo clusters in which all the artisans who are working in particular area, they work with respect to bamboo and they create various products out of bamboo. So for such kind of processing clusters, for example, Nizamabad, one can have a turmeric cluster. So minimum 35% grant in it maximum up to 10 crore is given in that case. And there is a scheme also under Ministry of MSME called Spurti. Under that, up to 90% subsidy is given for creation of common facility center. That means that common facility center will be used by all the stakeholders of the cluster. So, which will be managed by a special purpose vehicle, and that kind of schemes are also available, maybe for which farmer producer organizations may be interested. So under this SFAC scheme, there is up to 2 crore. So specifically for the farmer producer organization, they have a scheme that suppose there is a 15 lakh rupees contribution by the farmers. So similar amount of equity grant will be provided by the SFAC up to 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs by the farmer side and 15 lakhs by the SFAC side. And then they have a corpus of 30 lakhs, and then they can avail easily a loan up to rupees 2 crores. That is collateral free loan, which will be given. And there are various organizations like NAP Kisan also, they provide this kind of loan. And the training of the CEOs and the board of directors on various aspects of business plan, compliances under the Companies Act will be provided for free to the FPOs. And the SFEC also provides 3 years support for the management in terms of salary of the CEO, office expenditure for the farmer producer organizations. Other major schemes, I think I have already spoken about the CSS scheme, that is in which 15% subsidy is given for renovation of or upgradation of the technology or machineries. Similarly, there is a scheme which is in which the government provides up to 2 crore, that is CGT MSC scheme, like collateral free loan to the MSMEs, but definitely they are their credit worthiness is checked before the banks give this 2 crore loan. Then there is also 2% interest subvention scheme, mostly in the farm sector. Then there is a honey scheme, which honey missions, which I spoke. Koir Udyami Yojana, in that which is done by the Koir board. There is just 5% contribution from your side and 40% subsidy, which is given by the government, and 55% bank credit. Now, some of the e-resources that I would like to cover. I think this is going to be really very helpful because lot of information are now available for the entrepreneurs on online mode, and they can easily reach them out. So the number one is the Skill India portal. So under this portal, one can apply for free skill training and learning and employment opportunities. So uh, for all mostly the skill training or institutions, there is a mandate that they have to provide 70% job employment, and they also have to provide self-employment. So they conduct both entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship skill development programs. Now in this portal, one can visit and then they can register. If suppose one is starting a company, they can get their employees freely trained here also. The Startup India, I think most of you are very much aware about this scheme, and I'll just like to skip this because SIDBI Udyami Mitra scheme, under this scheme, there is a like government announced few like last year that 59 minutes one can avail the loan. So one has to apply through this website, and beside this application, one has lot of information in this website, like project reports, handholding support, and many more. This is the KVIC PMEGP portal, so one can visit and apply for the PMEGP loan here. Now, SIDBI Stand Up Mitra scheme. So, as we know that under the Stand Up India scheme, minimum all the branch has to provide a loan to one SCST or women borrower. So one can visit the lead district manager in this regard. Now this is another website where all that is my MSME website, where one can find information pertaining to all MSME related schemes at one place. This is another website, that is Time IS. I find it very good in terms of creating a project report. One can visit this website, and there are also very good information with respect to SFCs, VCs, EPCs. This I was talking about earlier, that this Agri Innovate India Limited has all technologies which are innovated by ICR research institutions, and those are available here for commercialization. Now, this website, that is Ideas MSME, in that in one corner you can find central schemes and state schemes. So NIMSME, that is National Institute for MSME, was pioneer in this project, in which we created a compendium of all MSMEs related schemes of different ministries and different state governments under one umbrella. So here, if one can visit here, then he can find all pertaining schemes in one click. So I think everybody should visit this, and can get more information about the MSMEs. So Kausik, I think I am through. If there is any question, I will be willing to answer, or maybe the questions can be put in the end.
Yes, sir. The questioner will be at the end, sir.
Okay.
And thank you for the session, sir. That was quite informative.
Thank
And
you.
we shall go to the second speaker. Our second speaker for today is Dr. T.N. Venkata Reddy. He's got a huge experience. In simple words, Dr. T.N. Venkata Reddy is an expert of agriculture marketing with great vision, a humble man for farming community. His education qualifications are like postgraduate in economics, and he's a retired professor from University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore, GKVK. And he's held a couple of positions, like instructor in economics, assistant professor at uh, College of Agriculture in the Department of Economics, and instructor in fishery marketing, College of Fisheries, Bangalore, and a couple of other assistant professorships at different institutes. He's published more than 40 research papers, delivered more than 600 lectures in state and national level training and development departments and institutions on different aspects of agriculture marketing. He's also served as advisory committee member for 7 PhD students in the Department of Ag Econ, Ag Extension, and Food Science. He's also been a twice nominee to ICAR Best Teacher Award, and recently he's also delivered 40 talks on agri market reforms, 2 TV talks in Doordarshan, YouTube, 2 articles in newspapers on same market reforms. Dr. Venkatareddy shall be speaking on government schemes to support startups and market linkage. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaushik. Thank you, Dr. Sharvanan, for a nice introduction. And Srikanth Sharma gave a lot of information on different schemes for startups. Hardly left anything for me to talk on that, but except that I will link the agriculture marketing, recent reforms and opportunities for startups to encash this golden opportunity for startups. I request Kaushik to permit me to share slides. Quickly, I will go for slides. I myself will present.
I shall share from my side, sir.
No, not the other one. Just now, not the previous one which I have sent to you.
Okay,
The
sir.
latest I have sent, market reforms.
Okay, sir. Just give me a minute.
Because more slides are there, quickly I can say finish without wasting time.
Okay, sir. I just got one PPT, sir. If you have your latest on your side, you can start sharing it, sir.
I will share this. Can you see the slide, Kaushik?
Yes, sir. Please go on full screen, sir.
Here is.
Okay, sir. Perfect.
Okay. Once again, good morning to everybody. Since today's topic is on startups and schemes, startups can look at this marketing of agricultural produce. Already 7,200 APMCs are there. Many of the APMCs are starving out of say shortage of funds. More so henceforth because of trade area where anybody can enter into the trading of agricultural commodities outside the market yard. The infrastructure within the APMC may become idle. It is right time for PPP model, public-private partnership model, to manage the infrastructure within the market yards, particularly those APMCs where it is not economical for the government to manage. And in fact, lot of APMCs are there. And if you look at the infrastructure that is there in the APMCs, you see this is called warehouse. Just you see, can we call this as a warehouse? The startups forget about innovative new ideas. Existing gap is there in the market, particularly logistics and the storage. See this particular scene where the produce is stored in the open and it is free for all. See, this is called warehouse. We cannot call it as a warehouse. There is a scope for establishing accredited, scientifically established warehouses. You can develop particularly rural areas, production centers, like command areas. Polavaram project is coming up in AP, Kaleshwaram in Telangana, UKP and Tungabhadra command areas in Karnataka, to mention few. You can immediately encash this opportunity to provide this storage. You see, we call it as a market. See, now it is free for anybody to do trading just with PAN card. No need to have license, no need to collect market fee. Just online registration with PAN card is enough. You can think of tier 2 and tier 3 cities where you can establish small even markets, if not buying and selling. Markets infrastructure you can. So hitherto in the APMCs, monopoly was there. Virtually price determination was very say secret act. The buyers used to concentrate. Now the online trading system is introduced. Now one of the important good opportunity for startups is combination of technology, logistics, entrepreneurship. Your dynamism, your technology, you can enter into creating electronic trading platform service providers, and also integrate with the collection centers, bulk buyers, transfer of money through banking system. So basically, the startups can you can start now this appropriate time beginning, wherein the entrepreneurs. So this, say here is an example, hydroponics. An young entrepreneur, BE Electricals, started a farm with hydroponics, supplying to the top hotels, the retail chain stores, upfresh directly with little investment. Not necessarily the big one, as Sharma was talking about the beauty of small. There is a separate book called Small is Beautiful, written by Shoemaker. You can refer this. Begin with small, you can become big one day. So the farmers' empowerment and protection agreement on price assurance and farm services act is another act enacted by the government, wherein there is a lot of scope for contract farming. See, this is such a beautiful cherry tomato grown under contract farming, supplied directly, exported to Dubai by the exporters. Say, no dearth for technology, no dearth for money, no dearth for anything except your marketing sales. What is required to the entrepreneur startups is concentrate more on marketing, and because every field competition is so high, very difficult to penetrate into the market. So early bird catches the brain. So basically you're advised to enter the market as early as possible. More so, another important amendment brought in by Government of India is for Essential Commodities Act 1955, wherein this shift in the consumers' behavior from cereal-based consumption to, say, fruits and vegetables, milk and milk products, meat and meat products, value-added products, Western foods. So you can think of moving towards this. Say even there is a scope for startups to establish your own market, and this is that's what I was talking about. Startups can involve in production, organizing production, and basically marketing of the product. So look at this market yards. You see, one of the major market for tender coconut in South India is in Kaveri Command area. It is 10 rupees in the farmers get. It is 60 rupees in Mumbai, almost 70 rupees in Delhi. So why so much? Mainly because of high transport cost. Now Indian Railways has opened up to run and manage the goods train by private sector. A group of entrepreneurs can think of provide this transport solutions to the farmers with a little investment, and you can reduce the transport cost, capture the upcountry markets, see that the surplus areas are linked to the scarcity areas during the seasons, and you can even establish your own private market, small market, not necessarily the biggest APMC yard in Asia, the Azadpur Mandi in Delhi, a small market in a Hobli center, wherein it is, you call it as a collection center or something else, linked to the bulk buyers, where there is a provision in the law, you need not invest crores of rupees, just with minimum investment, you can you can enter into this sector. So basically, hello, say fruits and vegetables, nearly 30 to 40% is wasted in the supply chain. If we can come out with good logistics to avoid the wastage, say particularly post-harvest practices, when this new act paved the way for one country and one market, now, say for example, aqua products from Andhra Pradesh moves up to Guwahati, Mumbai, Bangalore, from rest of the Andhra Pradesh. So basically, you can think of encashing this opportunities available, barrier-free interstate trade. You can say you find this particular farmer, a progressive farmer, latest out of technology, better than Israel water technology is adopted by this farmer. And he have direct contact with exporters and retail chain stores in Bangalore city. So what we can say is create your own group of successful entrepreneurs with latest technology, create your group brand. You can supply to say a lot of scope is there for retailing, maybe Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Bajaj. So many companies are there. This Ninja Cart, bigbasket.com. Just what you need to do is, because marketing is open now, no restrictions. If farm gate purchases are allowed, more freedom. You can buy anywhere. You can sell anywhere. No need for licensing, no need for security deposit. Go for high value crops, and more so in the urban areas, the consumption pattern is totally changing. Say, for example, jaggery, parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Majority of the jaggery manufactured is not chemical free. It is virtually it is soap of chemicals. You can think of organic jaggery, create a brand of your own. Even you need not have a manufacturing facilities. So my sincere advice to all youngsters is, say for example, in Kaveri command area, there are nearly 500 such jaggery making units. Link them, create a common brand called Kaveri after the Kaveri river. Chemical-free organic jaggery. You can mint the money. You can feed to the whole country. You can export. So basically, my sincere advice to all startups is, you, particularly in the field of agriculture, encash this liberalization in agriculture marketing and online trading. You create your own platform and supporting logistics for electronic trading platform service provider. You can convert not only as electronic trading platform service provider, but also logistics linking to this electronic trading platform service provider. Just PAN card is enough, no formalities, and you can, central government may insist on this just registration. Latest entrance is, say, NinjaCart, BigBasket.com, and many more. So payment is to be done on the same day. And FAOs, this is another area where you can really think of, wherein you can be associate with ENAM, provide market information dissemination services to the target groups, commodity specific, real-time market information service provider. For example, the gold price in Mumbai is disseminated to all markets in the India within 10 minutes, and price, it is reflected in the price of the gold in the rest of the India. So anybody can think of coming out with market information, data capturing and dissemination to the right target groups in cheapest way, because the software solutions, data analytics has become so cheap. Associate with ENAM, and you even draw the information from AgMarkNet, and interstate and intrastate. See, this is one such initiative by NSPOT, National Commodity Derivatives Exchange, in collaboration with the government of Karnataka. Almost 6 years back, they have tried this. Now it is time where you can encash this appropriate time to get benefits out of this liberalized free trade mechanism available in the country. But you need to develop fair trade practices while entering into this electronic trading platform service providing business. Even Godrej company has entered into, and registration of electronic platform is required. Amazon and Flipkart are there. So basically, not necessarily startups should think of a new business idea, but you can integrate yourself into this existing networks by providing logistics solutions to them. No market fee, no cess, no levy. Particularly, even existing firms and to food processing to enter into this business. Previous, that red tapeism, too much legal formalities are totally removed in the trade area outside the market yard. So it is time to source your raw material at ease of doing business is so good, no commission even, spare transaction information, and Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, you can think of. Even one of the greatest avenue for startups in agribusiness is, say, already 5,000 farmers, producer companies are there in the country, and majority of them are sick or they don't have business ideas. And government of India, on the other hand, is thinking up to establish new 10,000 farmers, producer companies. So you can, there is a scope for all of your new entrepreneurs to tie up with this group of FAOs, come out with a branding solution, logistics solutions, say market needs, even export, providing services for export. You can also think of, this is one of the FAO working, say 100 kilometers near Bangalore on the borders of Andhra Pradesh. So basically, this is a great avenue for you to become a mentor or a service provider to the this FPOs, because the FPOs are start of business idea, business solutions. They know everything except business. So ENAM is one where you can, and there is no much thing about this dispute settlement in this. That. So forgetting about that, you can think of, say, encouraging, say, e-commerce, where this speaks of days to come is days of online trading in agri produce too. For the recent Dasara festival, 22,000 crores worth of sales are recorded in just 5 days. So basically, you are free from litigations in the new thing, but mainly if you can look at, say, FPOs or other businesses, farmers, you can really think of market needs. The younger generation, 74% of Indian population is below 40 years of age, and what they eat, what they like is totally different than the other 26% population. So basically, food industry, as Sharma was talking about, see, technology is there, funding is there, but the changing consumers' behavior needs to be tapped in the form of supply chain, value chain, and branding of the farm produce. You can think of. You see, these are the, even another important thing is contract farming of farm produce totally liberalized. I'll come to this just little later. Basically, you can think of investing in grading, establishing grading facilities, and more so this Atmanirbhar scheme of Government of India, particularly for agriculture. You can establish a commission agent-less, traders-less market, just encouraging farmers markets with the least investment, and it already, this transport is biggest business. Say, look at this gap in the markets. These curry leaves are transported from Bidar near Hyderabad to Washi Market, Mumbai every day. If you can think of better packaging, better transportation, better storage with the logistics place, you can think of. Even Government of India already introduced this transport facilities, roll-on, roll-off facilities. Say, for quick movement of farm produce from surplus areas to scarcity areas, you can mix the combination of road and rail transport. You can hire a goods train. You can hire a fleet of vehicles. Just provide these logistic solutions. For the, say, for example, this truck to move from Bangalore to Delhi, it requires 4 to 5 days on road. Now, with this new system, roll on, roll off, the truck can go to the farmer's field, load, come to the nearest railway station, and the designated route, it can reach Delhi within 36 hours. So what is required is basically you need to tie up with the minimum investment, and it is coming in a big way. Loading and unloading, logistics, particularly, see, this particular initiative was taken up in Maharashtra for transport of banana from Jalgaon to Delhi. So integrating few FPOs in Maharashtra in and around Nasik, you can think of coming out with a transport solutions to the farmers. And another big important scope is nearly 1 lakh crores worth of farm produce is wasted in the supply chain due to bad handling. You can create some, say, best, say, pack houses with all facilities like packing material, cold storage, handling space, and transport and logistics. You can definitely think of and reduce the number of middlemen. See, this is where you can think of the Alfonso mango variety is available at 30,000 rupees per ton or 30 rupees per kg. It is sold 150 rupees in Bangalore, just 100 kilometers from Bangalore. What it speaks? Inefficient supply chain and value chain. So since the marketing by purchasing is allowed to directly from the farmers, the startups can think of establishing small pack house and handling center near the production centers, clean the produce, grade the produce, capture the metropolitan cities like Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi, Pune, and so many places. So basically, you can think of, say, even existing players in the APMC are thinking of to move out of the APMC for trading. So right time for young entrepreneurs, startups to come out with a new solution to integrate with the backward integration with the supply chain, particularly from the farmers. A product like, say, Arkan, particularly to talk, Karnataka is the gold mine of all farm produce. Means, except apple, everything is grown in Karnataka. So basically, this say coffee, silk, arcanet, this say copra, gherkins, to name few, all number one in the country. Dry grapes, pomegranate, the best quality Sona Masuri super fine rice, though it is invented in Andhra Pradesh. The best quality is produced in the Tungabhadra command area and UKP command area. Just lot of rice mills are there. Anybody can, entrepreneur can come out with a best brand, buy in bulk, create your own brand. As you know, the battle in marketing in future is battle of brands. No need to own factories, just own a market winning brands, and lot of scope is there for young entrepreneurs to enter into the this arena. In fact, coffee is another area where the marketing is free. It was done almost 15 years back, and Coffee Board is encouraging the startups to start under Atal say this mission, startup missions you can think of. So coming to the present APMCs, agriculture market, 7,200 APMCs are there in the country, but in the due course, the APMCs cannot compete with private trade outside the market area. So basically, my sincere advice to startups is encash this opportunity, tie up with APMCs, the regulated markets, take up certain facilities like cold storage, warehouses already created within the APMC, modernize them, link to the national markets. You can become a successful entrepreneur. For example, for all startups in the country, there are two districts in Karnataka called Kolar and Ramnagar. Lot of mango is available. Tomato in Kolar, maybe biggest tomato market in India. Mango in Srinivaspur. Fruits and vegetables throughout the year. Tamarind and soapnut. Copra in Tiptur, which is catering to the whole Indian markets. Potato, say this off-season potato in Hassan. Spices in next to Kerala, this Coorg, Chikmagalur and Hassan, along with coffee estates, spice park can be established. And Arcanet, again, Karnataka is number one in the country. Cashew nut in coastal Karnataka. Chilies of Badigi. Maize, again, number one in the country. Karnataka, highest quantity of maize is produced. of course, Telangana is competing. You can go for cattle feed, poultry feed, and maize-based products. Sheep and goat, the fresh to home is a success story. Sheep and goat is available in bulk from Karnataka, from 3 districts. So this Sona Masuri Superfine, better than AP quality rice is available, just brand creation. And this pulses, particularly the red gram, or what you call Har Har Tur Dal, from Gulbarga, Raichur and Bidar. Grapes from Bijapur, pomegranate from Koppal, onion from Chitradurga, soybean from Belgaum, lot of so virtually gold mine of farm produce. You can think of this, say, even providing some say branding solutions to the farm produce by creating your own things. So coming to the second legislation, Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020. Say now the agribusiness firms, processors, wholesalers, exporters, retailers, and the seed producers, for even cattle feed, agrochemicals, machinery and equipment, chemical fertilizers, all this brought under the purview of the Farmers Empowerment Act. Even seed production is brought under purview of this act. So entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs can act as aggregators, supporters. Again, Karnataka is number 1 in gherkin production in country. Around 2,000 crores worth of gherkins are exported from India, from Karnataka every year, totally under contract farming. You can think of starting contract farming production of gherkins from Karnataka, where the farmers are already trained and the markets are there. You can think of say directly entering into contract, because contract farming agreements are made simple, unlike that of previous agreements, except that third-party quality certification is introduced even for the seed. And seed production, the southern states are leading in the country, like Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, 4 states. Young entrepreneurs can think of venturing into the seed production, wherein congenial atmosphere is there, where you can really think of supplying the seeds ready to be branded to the existing multinational companies in the country. So dispute settlement, you forget about that. So moving to the last amendment brought in is about Essential Commodities Act. If you look at this problem of plenty and problem of scarcity, during 1943 Great Famine of Bengal, due to scarcity of food grains, 30 lakhs people died out of starvation in India. And then they brought the legislation called Essential Commodities Act in 1955, mainly to limiting the stocks of farm produce. So now it is problem of plenty. We are producing so much, we don't have space to store. And even if they have money to, they cannot store till recently, because the Essential Commodities Act had limitations on how much to store, maximum limits of storing the produce. As a result, agriculture supply chain and value chain, there is a poor quality infrastructure in terms of storage, storage and transportation and handling facilities. Now, this is, you can see this scenario near Bangalore, 100 kilometers, Kolar, where tomato is wasted, thrown on the highways during the months of January, February, and March, similar to that of Madanapalli market peak areas. So, what now it is the age of, say, technology is there, money is there, raw material is there. The production of agricultural produce increased so much so that the wheat production has increased 10 times. The paddy increased 4 times. The pulses increased 2.5 times. Hence, taking this surplus situation into account, the government of India brought in this amended this act, allowing anybody to store whatever quantity they want, basically to encourage more purchase during the harvest season. And particularly to create demand during harvest season or to avoid that rock bottom prices during the harvest. So young entrepreneurs and startups can think of establishing warehouses, buy in bulk, release in small quantities to the buyers, maybe exporters, processors, the stockists, the retailers, the wholesalers, and to even anybody, multinational companies also. So basically, there is a scope funding from the government of India to create farm gate infrastructure. You can think of availing these facilities, create farm gate infrastructure, purchase, store, and release to the market during the scarcity or as likely demand in the marketplace. Finally, you see, this is the scenario in Tungabhadra command area in Karnataka where there is no space to store after purchasing during the Kharif season because they cannot construct the warehouses for stopgap arrangements. They keep here and sell, release to the market without storing more produce because there was a limitation. If anybody stores more than limits, they will be penalized as per the previous laws. Now it is free. So invest on warehouses, invest on procurement centers, invest on transport facilities, link to the food processors, link to the, this is one of the state-of-the-art food processing company facilities created by Futures Group, Big Bazaar Group in Tumkur with the technology from Germany. They were not supposed to store more than certain limits, very limited limit. Now it is time for anybody, for exporters, processor to buy any amount without stocking limits, and retailers also can think of strengthen the supply chain, become a part of the stakeholder in the supply chain, maybe as a wholesaler, processor, even farmers can store. That is a different thing. Mechanization, this is another area where the startup can think of. You can start a custom hire machinery center anywhere in the country. The government will provide a loan facilities, subsidy up to 50% to 60%. India is inhabited by so almost small farmers. 64% of the farmers are less than 1 hectare, and 20% of the farmer size of holding is less than 2 hectares and more than 1 hectare. They cannot buy farm machinery and equipment on their own. This is an example of a paddy automatic harvester and thresher in the Tungabhadra command area. There is a scope for every taluk. See, you can imagine how many taluks are there. 680 districts are there in the country. Into almost 7,000, 8,000 tehsils are there. You can establish your custom hiring centers, including processing facilities. The cold chain is another important area where you can think of startups because no restrictions. You can say cold storages are there in the country, but they are underutilized. Less than 50% of the existing cold storages are put to use. But what need of the hour is, it is the cold chain, not cold storages alone. You can create the cold chain link starting from farm gate till it goes to the retail chain stores, and you can come out with solutions. And cleaning, grading, packing, branding, and exporting of farm produce to the nearest countries, particularly Southeast Asian nations and the Gulf countries. Lot of scope is there, and the sourcing of the produce is not a big thing. So basically, these restrictions will be there only during this say extraordinary situation, and in the normal course where the prices are normal, no restrictions. So basically, the processors, the exporters, and everybody, even the foodstuffs, can think of. There are some disadvantages, but still, we can think of going for. Even mango pulp is another biggest. India is #1 in the world in the mango production. you can think of mango pulp is ready. The situation is that the mango pulp that is produced is so much, it is available in the mango processing units. So basically, you buy the mango pulp in bulk, you create your own brand of mango soft drink. No need to own mango processing unit. Just you create your own brand of mango soft drink, better than Maaza or Slice. Just you buy in bulk and create the brand. Your brands can win the markets in the country. So think this way, without investment in the production, just logistics and branding is the more attractive areas for all of you. Because of the time constraint, I didn't mention more of the information, and the market reforms brought in by the government of India has opened up the floodgates for the startups and entrepreneurs to encash and flourish, strengthen the supply chain, increase the farmers increase the income, double the farmers' income, and also you can become a successful entrepreneur. As Sharma has already indicated, how many schemes are there, what amount of loan and interest subvention is there. I will stop my presentation here because of limited time. Now it is open up for the audience for questioning.
Thank you, sir, for your session. It was particularly appropriate at this time when we are considering new initiatives for the expanding growth. We shall take the questions in the last, and we shall invite third speaker, Mr. Pradeep Kulkarni, who's got 36 years of experience, including managing various assignments as credit officer, branch manager, priority sector department in charge, and developed expertise and specialization in designing, developing, and implementing training programs suitable for all the human resource. His academic qualifications is Bachelor of Science LLB, PG Diploma in Personal Management, PG Diploma in Training and Development MBA. Mr. Pradeep Kulkarni shall speak on DNRLM, PMEGP, and Stand Up India. I request Mr. Pradeep Kulkarni to speak.
Hello, am I
Yes, sir,
audible?
you're audible.
Audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I'm Pradeep Kulkarni from earlier I was with Union Bank of India. Okay, he already introduced me. I would not be spending a lot of time because Sharma sir has already dealt most of the government sponsored schemes, and I just wanted to give a link that why the banks are so significant for a startup and why the startups are so important to the banks. So ultimately, there is a need for going together. So how that necessity to go together arising, and how these government sponsored schemes, banks funding, and the overall startup ecosystem, how these things are linked together. I won't take much of your time. I'll just try to cover up in a very quicker way. Okay, and I request our Kaushik to share my presentation because I'm logging in on my mobile, so I don't have a laptop. Okay, you can carry on next, please. Okay. Hello. Now, this is what actually everybody was telling us, that our country is so vast and our country is so typical with regard to the number one with agri products, agri producers. And every state itself, as our Venkat Reddy sir was very rightly telling, the Karnataka is having richness in every aspect of agri produce except for apple. And let me tell proudly that everyone was thinking that apple is only the privilege of Kashmirians. Telangana farmer, one Telangana farmer, he broke this myth and he produced the apples in Adilabad area, which is considered to be the little bit dry, means with little bit you can say hot also. In spite of being in a hot region, he could produce the apple and he gifted his first lot of apple to our chief minister. So that's how the agriculturist and agriculture is innovating, and these innovations are giving a lot of big rise to opportunities. And at the same time, in spite of so many things, so many initiatives, right from 1955, Government of India is taking. That is, as you all know, that we are growing by having a 5-year plan, and first two 5-year plans were dedicated exclusively for agriculture. But at the same time, the plight of agriculture, plight of farming, the problems with the agriculture did not reduced. And the main reason considered it was that there was no credit availability. And for that purpose, the banks have to play a bigger role. Okay, next please. Okay, banks have to play a bigger role. Now, if banks have to play a bigger role, exactly what role bankers play? Now, let us understand the overall the problem in the agriculture. We can divide it into 6 different stages. Okay, number is a value chain. Every speaker was focusing on that. Ultimately, the farmer sows the seed to getting the crop. That is only a production part. But what about sourcing the inputs, and what about the marketing the output? And there is a problem, as Venkat Reddy sir has explained you with the help of the presentation slides also, that the quantum of tomatoes, quantum of oranges, quantum of other fruits, quantum of grapes, many agriculture producers are getting wasted just for the sake of processing, and just for the want of the required facility, required infrastructure, required processing centers. And this need was definitely being felt at country level also, and the entire value chain need to be addressed. And here is a role for all agri entrepreneurs. Each spot in the agriculture value chain can be one of the enterprise. Okay, number two, uh, irrigation, brokerage, all these aspects have already been dealt. Therefore, I will not spend time on that. Let me continue with my next slide, please. Okay. Now, there are so many agri startups are already there. And is it that only with the help of the available startups the things are sure? No, the things are not solved. Still, there is a need for many startups to come up, and they can bring their own innovation, they can bring their own ideas, so that the problems of the root can be resolved. And these are few which are available from one of the write-up of the government of India's, that background challenges for the agriculture sector. There I have picked up these, because even about them I also don't know much, but I can understand that there is a problem relating to upstream, that is inputs. There is a problem related to output, and these startups are trying to resolve few of the problems of the farmer. And as Venkat Reddy sir was telling you, that many of us can resolve in a multiple way. Now, here I'll just try to link you. Can bank be helpful to you? As Sharma sir has already told you, which are all the different schemes available, which are all the different schemes where the funding is available, which are all the different schemes under which the trainings are available, your skill upgradation facilities are available. Okay, all these things Mr. Sharma sir has told. Then how exactly, what is the fact relating to agriculture scenario across India? Venkat Reddy sir has told. And in addition to that, he was emphasizing on each one of the aspect where, as an entrepreneur, as a startup, how you can think of spotting the opportunity. Now, let me tell you how the banks are also compelled to help you. Means, why the banks are also compelled, means necessitated to support the agri startups, support the agriculture. Let me have the next slide, and in that next slide, I'll just try to share with you. The number one thing is, agriculture is a directed lending format. Means, this priority sector advances. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, I think. Um, okay, I'm audible, no? Okay, something I don't know. where something is missing. Okay, hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, you
Hello?
can continue, sir.
Okay, sorry. Agriculture is a priority sector lending. Now, what is this priority sector lending means? The point is, whatever advances, loans banks give, a definite percentage of that has to compulsory go to agriculture. This is in a general sense, everybody can understand that out of the 100 rupee lending, out of the 100 rupee loans sanctioned by the banks, 18 rupees have to be compulsorily given for the agriculture sector. Now, and not only that much, the 60%, 70% of our agriculture is are in the small farmer and marginal farmer segment. Even 8% of the total finance, bank finance, has to go to small farmer and marginal farmers. Now the point is whether this guideline is applicable only for public sector banks, that is government banks. Not at all. These guidelines are applicable across the banking industry, means except for the foreign banks, all other banks are under the purview of this. Means every bank is necessarily to finance agriculture sector. Now let me tell you what exactly the agriculture sector covers, because here only you can understand where myself as an agri startup or as an entrepreneur, can I also be considered under agriculture? Now let me tell you, the direct farmers are always a part of agriculture. One need not have to have a confusion, because a farmer is an agriculturist and there is no dispute about that. But the kind of things which are considered as agriculture finance for the purpose of priority sector, which gives scope to the bank to lend the various other activities. Now, such as the cold storage, godown construction, this is considered as agriculture infrastructure. And to finance the agriculture infrastructure, up to 100 crores of rupees can be considered, up to 100 crores of rupees per unit can be considered as agriculture finance. And I'm sure that banker would be more interested, more happy, more comfortable, more safe to finance for this segment than farming, giving loans of 50,000 1 lakh rupees to so many farmers. And that's the reason only there is a minimum 8% of achievement target for small farmer and marginal farmer is fixed. So agriculture infrastructure 100 crores rupees. Similarly, the farmers cooperative societies are there. Even a farmers cooperative societies who are engaged in selling or buying the farm produce, for them up to 5 crore lending can be considered as a part of priority sector advance. Actually, that is not an agriculture, it is trading. But why it is considered? Because that activity is also very much in need of it. Now, recently, means in the month of August 2019, August 2020, the priority sector guidelines have got changed. And in the changed guidelines, for a startup engaged in agriculture or allied activity, means not only agriculture activity, but also in agriculture allied activities such as dairy, poultry, okay, beekeeping, uh, okay, pisciculture, all these activities are considered as allied agriculture activities, and up to 50 crore rupees for a startup can be also considered as agriculture advance. And in addition to this, the food and agro processing units. To be very frank, many of us may think that it is an industry, it should come under the industrial segment, but to encourage the agriculture segment, to give the boost for financing to this particular segment by the bankers, food and agro processing units up to 100 crore funding is considered as the agriculture only. And recent early added that farmers producing organizations and farmer producing companies up to 5 crore rupees funding to them is also considered as agriculture. Now see, that's how these are all the areas in addition to the farming are coming within the ambit of agriculture. So banks will be happy to lend you, okay, happy to lend the agri startups, okay. And in addition to this, as earlier also Sharma sir has dealt about, there are few schemes which provides some places the support is in the form of front-ended subsidy. Some places the support is in the form of back-ended subsidy, and in some places the support is in the form of interest subvention, means the reduction in the interest rate. Okay, and in some places the support is in the form of the no insistence of collateral security. Likewise, there are multiple schemes which funds right from the small quantum to huge amount of quantum. If an entrepreneur who is interested to avail a finance up to 10 lakhs without any collateral security, now he can coolly avail this finance under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, that is PMMY, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, which is by the Mudra. Okay, and this is a very simple scheme. Absolutely means small entrepreneurs. And why I am talking to you, it is not only the micro entrepreneurs which are covered under industry, but also the agripreneurs which are engaged in food processing, having agriculture allied activities, dairy, horticulture, floriculture, piggeries. Even these units can also get funding. Okay, and there are nomenclatures. I don't think you are interested in this nomenclature, that is up to 50,000 Shishu, 50,000 to 5 lakh Kishore, and 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs Tarun. Okay, and for all the micro entrepreneurs, okay, micro entrepreneurs under the Shishu, okay, under the Shishu segment, the what you can say, the there is an interest subvention for all standard accounts, because those who are recently availed the financing, okay, for interest subvention is there for all Shishu loans from 1/9/2020 to 31 August 2021. Okay, those people who availed moratorium, and as well as those people who did not avail the moratorium, interest up to 2% per annum is subvention is available. So as a next slide, please. Okay, I think that I have already dealt. Okay, now thereafter also the another most known scheme on one side, not known scheme on another side, that is Stand Up India. That is Stand Up India. So Stand Up India is coming on the next slide, and the Stand Up India, actually this scheme is to encourage the entrepreneurs, particularly in SC/ST and women entrepreneurs. Okay, SC/ST and women entrepreneurs, and basic objective of this scheme is to have an ecosystem to facilitate and provide a supportive environment for doing the business. Okay, so who are all the non-individuals can also be there, means a company can also be there where more than 51% members should be SC/ST or women. The only one condition is the project should not be already tasted one. It should be a greenfield project. It should be a greenfield project. Okay, a manufacturing, service, or trade. Anything can be a part of it. Anything can be a part of it. Now the only thing that next is the more than 10 lakhs up to 1 crore, that is 100 lakh rupee loan. Okay, these are the few salient features of the Stand Up India, and there is a margin. 25% of the project cost is required, and collateral security when it comes. Collateral security is as per the bank's requirement. But in case the borrower is not in a position to provide the collateral security, there is a credit guarantee fund scheme is there for Stand Up India, CGSSI. There 100% it can get coverage. Means collateral security also won't be a big problem, provided bankers are satisfied about the project. Okay, this is what, and every banker is compelled, means is targeted to give at least one SC/ST and one women entrepreneur by that bank in a one financial year, that was beginning financial year. And why I am talking to you on the next, that is the NRLM, is here is another opportunity to all the agripreneurs, because here is a scheme which is talking about Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, that is National Rural Livelihood Mission, which is actually originally it was National Rural Livelihood Mission, which is renamed as Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. Okay, and here the funding can be to small self-help groups, and also the federation at the village level or even at the taluk level or higher level. Means, as all of you are aware that self-help groups are there at the village level, and these village level self-help groups at village level, all their groups representatives can be put together and they can be called as the federation, and at thereafter that higher level also that can be there. And since I don't need to talk about the ingredients of the self-help group, there is already, all of you are aware, the Panchasutra of self-help groups: meeting, saving, internal lending, recovery, and records. These Panchasutras, if they are fulfilled, then that SHG would be available for funding. And the minimum 10,000 to 15,000 per SHG corpus can be given in the beginning. And now the subsidy is withdrawn. There is no subsidy. Then what kind of things are available now? Now only the interest subvention is there. Means entire funding is at the rate of 7%, and additional 3% will be the reduced rate of interest. Means effective rate of interest per annum would be only 4% per annum. And that is how this scheme helps to even you, because even if you at all SHGs put together at a federation level, you can join together the federation and make them as a farmer producing organization, and that's how you can be a linkage between the farmers and the media. You can remove the mediators and bring SHG into play, and lot of activities what Venkat Reddy sir was telling can be managed through these self-help groups, and the big purpose can be served. And the most of the people are interested to have to know that which are all other things. As Sharma sir was rightly telling, NABARD is supporting a very big way to agripreneurs. The big well-known scheme of the NABARD, that is Agri Clinics and Agri Business Center, and there is a scheme for livestock mission, the poultry ventures, the storage facilities, that is subsidy schemes are there for the construction of rural godowns. Okay, so these are the schemes supported by NABARD. Okay, and if anybody is interested, they can coolly visit the NABARD site. As Sharma sir was rightly telling, umpteen number of schemes are there. And recently the government of India also initiated the activity of agro processing cluster scheme. Okay, so this is another good scheme for all new entrepreneurs, those who are interested, because now, as I've told you, the startups to startup up to 50 crore lending is possible by the bankers, and it can be clubbed with agro processing cluster scheme, wherein there is a support in the form of the front-ended subsidy. It is not even back-ended subsidy. It is a front-ended subsidy is available from there, and that's how the bankers can help you in a very big way. Okay, and now last but not least is the most of us may be wanting to know about the CGTMSE scheme, because this is one wonderful scheme where there is a support available to the entrepreneur up to 2 crores of rupees loan without any collateral security, up to 200 lakhs, up to 2 crores of loan without any collateral security, provided your project must be viable. Means that viability, all that things. You see, let me tell you, the bankers are doing the business. Bankers are not just implementing the scheme. Bankers are basically into the business of collecting money from the people, and that money deploying in units which are being established by people like you. And therefore, bank will take the care which is required to be taken, or safeguard the money of the public. That care always will be taken by the bank, and that's how all these things, if they are means satisfactory to a banker, then banker may extend finance to the entrepreneur. And in case the entrepreneur doesn't have the capability to provide any collateral security, and in such scenario, the banker may suggest that there is a scheme available, because as far as mandatory concern, there is a mandatory or compulsory requirement is only that up to 10 lakhs rupees loan, no collateral security should be insisted upon. No collateral security should be insisted upon. But once the 10 lakhs rupees limit is exceeded, then up to 25 lakhs rupees, the bank may not hesitate to, but beyond 25 lakhs rupees, then definitely bank will try to assess the overall project in the eyes of financial viability, economic feasibility, technical feasibility, all those feasibility aspects, viability aspects are being studied by the bankers, and bankers are taking that financial call. And after that, bank will decide to finance with collateral security or without collateral security. Now let me sum up that the overall there are multiple level this support is available to entrepreneurs. Okay, government of India at their own level they have initiated lot many schemes to support the agripreneurs, and the agriculture sector itself is likely to get a big boost with the three reform bills which Venkata Reddy sir has very deeply, very keenly explained all the nitty-gritties of all the three reforms. And out of that reforms, there are a lot of opportunities are getting opened up for agriculturists, for farmers, and as well as those people who are likely to become link between the farmers and the consumers. And here is this, the value chain issues can be addressed. What I've shared you in the very first slide, that was a value chain. And the anybody who is coming on this part of value chain to resolve the problem of the farmers, to provide the solutions for the agriculture sector, I think each one of them can be a wonderful agripreneurs, entrepreneurs, and those entrepreneurs are being supported by government at their own level. For example, the government of India's scheme, that scheme, I think all of you may be aware that Ministry of, okay, Startup India, the agro processing cluster scheme, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Now the developing a cluster, and there you can have your own unit. And actually this scheme is to create a modern infrastructure for food processing closer to a production area. And not only that you can have your own infrastructure for your own use, but even for other units requirement also you can develop. So at least 5 food processing units are required to be there, and aggregate investment up to 25 lakhs 25 crores, sorry, 25 crores. So when 25 crores aggregate investment for 5, so 10 units are coming up, 5 50 crore, a small cluster can be formed. And each area of our country, means each district of our country, can be considered as a specialist for one particular product, one particular produce. And that's how agripreneurs can spot where they can be a part of the entire growth story. And definitely, let me once again share with you, there are lot many reservations about the bank support. But to be very frank, bankers are only having apprehensions about the success of enterprise. But if anyone is having a model which they can prove it on the number wise that this model is beginners, they were the entrepreneurs. And likewise, you are all also entrepreneurs. Wish you all good luck. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity. Thank you, Kaushik. Thank you. It's very nice of you. With this, I stop my talk. Okay. If anyone wanted to have any questions, they can. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the schemes on banking related. The session is open up for questions.
Okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Please ask your question.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर अभी जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड आया है सर, जैसा कि सर ने बताया 5 करोड़, सर एक एफपीओ के लिए क्या क्या प्रोसीजर होता है उसको ऑब्टेन करने के लिए सर?
any one of the panel member may answer this. He is asking how can FPO avail the funding from the infrastructure fund?
Yes, sir.
So,
Hello.
Venkat Reddy,
Hello.
sir, please unmute
Sir.
yourself,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm getting. Okay. Now I think I was muted earlier. Okay. आपको
Yes.
मैं जनरल जानकारी बता देता हूं. एक बार सुनिए कौन सवाल था. हेलो. ये क्या है ना कि एटलीस्ट एक क्लस्टर बनाया जाएगा, मतलब क्लस्टर को डेवलप करने के लिए फंडिंग मिल रही है. ये किसके लिए? एक क्लस्टर को डेवलप करने के लिए फंडिंग मिल रही है. वो पहले तो उसको प्रोजेक्ट एग्जीक्यूशन एजेंसी रहेगी, पीईए. हेलो. एक प्रोजेक्ट एग्जीक्यूशन एजेंसी बननी होगी. या तो गवर्नमेंट खुद प्रोजेक्ट एग्जीक्यूशन एजेंसी बनेगा, या नहीं तो आप जैसे कोई एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, वो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स मिलके भी एक क्लस्टर का निर्माण कर सकते हैं. ओके. यहाँ पे ये जो फंडिंग हो रही है, मतलब ओके, ये 25 करोड़ फंडिंग टोटल कॉस्ट सब्सिडी अवेलेबल है. ओके. ये सब्सिडी कब मिलेगी? ये आपने काम का प्रोग्रेस दिखाते जाएंगे. द वे वी विल शो द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ आवर वर्क. बेस्ड ऑन दैट प्रोग्रेस, दिस सब्सिडी विल बी रिलीज्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. ओके. एंड ये पर्टिकुलरली एग्रो प्रोसेसिंग क्लस्टर्स बेसिकली क्या है कि ये फैसिलिटी जो बनेगी, मतलब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो बनेगा, जिसे कहते हैं कॉमन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. वो कॉमन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में दो टाइप का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होता है. एक होता है बेसिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, दूसरा होता है कोर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. बेसिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मतलब जैसे रोड बना, नाला बना, वेआउट बने, बाउंड्री वॉल बनी. ओके, दैट्स नोन एज अ बेसिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. और जो कोर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, जैसे कोल्ड स्टोरेज है, प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर है, ग्रेडिंग यूनिट्स है, ये सारी जो हमारे वेंकटा रेड्डी सर बता रहे थे, ऐसे वाले यूनिट्स अगर हम जो सेटअप करें, मतलब यूनिट्स को यूज करने के लिए जगह अगर बनाते हैं, तो ये हो गया कोर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. और ये बनाने के लिए हम लोगों को, मतलब सरकार के द्वारा ये सहूलियत मिल रही है. ओके. बात समझ में आ रही है आपको?
यस सर, यस सर, यस सर.
आइडिया फेज में हेल्प करने के लिए कौन सी स्कीम के अंडर प्रोविजन है? जैसे कोई प्रोजेक्ट सेटअप करने के लिए आइडिया फेज में मार्केट असेसमेंट करना हो या फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी करनी हो, तो उसके लिए कैसे सपोर्ट पा सकते हैं?
आपको इसके लिए सहायता करने के लिए देखिए, जिला स्तर पर डिस्ट्रिक्ट इंडस्ट्री सेंटर है. ओके. और आपको बड़े सेंटर्स पे मेरे ख्याल से नेशनल, अभी जो हमारे शर्मा सर बता रहे थे ना, वो शर्मा सर वाले एनएसआईसी के इंस्टीट्यूट्स है. ओके. सिडबी है. ये बड़े सेंटर पर आप जाओगे तो सिडबी, एनएसआईसी सेंटर्स आपको मदद करने के लिए, आपको प्रोजेक्ट समझाने के लिए, आपको ऑप्शंस, एवेन्यूज बताने के लिए ये लोग अवेलेबल है. ओके. और इसी साथ साथ एक एमएसएमई ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स भी है एट बड़े सेंटर्स पे. बट एट जिला स्तर पर आप जाओगे तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट इंडस्ट्री सेंटर होंगे, वो लोग आपको इस बारे में मदद कर सकते हैं. ओके. और किस प्रकार से आपको मार्केट सर्च करना है और प्रोजेक्ट को किस प्रकार से बनाना है, डीपीआर कैसे तैयार करना है, इसके बारे में तो आप लोगों को एक्सक्लूसिव, मतलब जैसे ही आपने कोई एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बनाने का प्लान किया है, तो आप लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देने का प्रावधान भी ये एनएसआईसी द्वारा, एमएसएमई द्वारा किया जाता है. ओके. सो इसके बारे में मुझसे ज्यादा मेरे ख्याल से शर्मा जी आपको ज्यादा अच्छी तरह से समझा पाएंगे, क्योंकि मैं तो बैंक वाला हूं. आप बैंक में क्या कुछ लेके आओगे, तो मैं बैंक वाला कैसे देखूंगा उसको, या सैंक्शन करूंगा या नहीं करूंगा, सब्सिडी मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी, इसके बारे में मैं बता सकता हूं. बट मैंने आपको जनरल जानकारी दी. आपको डीआईसी, एनएसआईसी, सिडबी, यहां से आपको बहुत बढ़िया जानकारी मिल पाएगी. ओके. आप अपने आप को अगर डेवलप करना है तो आप वहां से जानकारी ले लीजिए. ठीक है भगत सिंह जी?
Hello, sir. My question is for Sharma, sir. Sharma,
Yeah.
sir, please elaborate the CSIR technology scheme as you have told, and how to avail that, all these things, sir.
So thank you this question. I'll say something about the previous question which was asked by Bharat that I think in your case, RKVI Raftar scheme will also be very much applicable. Maybe there is a funding up to 5 lakh rupees, which I think Dr. Sagar can elaborate on that. And most of the incubation centers, which is funded by ICR, they have this scheme. Now, coming to your question, that is the CSIR technology schemes that you are asking about. See, the CSIR has come with a uh, program that is Be Entrepreneur in Science and Technology. So that is called as BEST. So under that scheme, you have I know about CFTRI, I know about CMAP, that is CFTRI Central Food Technology Research Institute. They have their main office in Mysore and branch offices elsewhere in the country, including Hyderabad. You have CMAP, that is Central Institute of Medicinal Aromatic Plants. So they have identified certain technologies which some technologies in food processing, around 10 technologies are for free. That means, suppose if you are interested for having learning the baking process, how to come out with a good bakery, so you may visit any CFTRI institute, and they conduct a 1 month long training program in which they transfer the technology for free. That means at a very nominal cost, maybe within 5,000 rupees, you can undergo the training program, and you can get and hold of the technology for free. For example, if you want to have certain advanced technologies, you want to have, for example, Nira, how to preserve Nira for longer duration as a drink. So for that kind of advanced technology, you may apply to them, and they have the facility. They have incubation center there. You can expand the technology maybe at industrial scale from the support of the scientists from CSIR, and they will like other incubation center. They also help you with respect to funding also. So if want knowledge on any specific technology, so you may write to me. My email ID is I have sent to you. So I will connect you to the respective concerned person in CSIR also, who is handling that scheme for more details. And if you really want to do that, they are looking for good entrepreneurs to commercialize their technology. Yeah, thank you. I hope I answered.
In addition to what Dr. Sharma has said, Manage has also the program called RKVY Raftar. So under this particular program, there is provision for two types of startups. One who is at the ideation stage. So those who have the only want that idea to be converted into a product. So for that, there is a financial assistance up to 5 lakh rupees. The aspiring entrepreneur will be provided 2 months of training and the handholding support to convert this particular idea into a prototype. So that is an agripreneurship orientation program that we are running. And then there is another program called Startup Agribusiness Incubation Program. Under this program, there is a provision of 2 months training for the handholding support, facilitation towards filing IPRs, filing trademarks and other intellectual property rights. And then the financial assistance up to 25 lakhs. So that is for the scaling up startup. For the program is open present. The last so still there is a time of nearly 7-8 days to submit the application. So those who are interested want to benefit from the scheme, they can apply and get benefited. It's a scheme from Ministry of Agriculture. Manage is a knowledge partner for that.
Can we apply for both programs?
Good afternoon. I'm Pushpin, sir. My question is to.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, speak, madam.
My question is to Sharma, sir.
Yes, madam.
With the mushroom cultivation unit registered in it is still pending. It is in Bangalore. and have kept the name of in the name of bio nature organic, because in another 5 years we have some other product which we are cultivating in our native, like and organic drumstick and a lot of other things like shatavari, which is a medicinal plant. It's already cultivated and we are going to harvest it in the month of April. For us, so I took the idea and already done our project work, and it's supposed to submit in bank once I get the DST. What all are the schemes I can benefit from the government, sir? Because I'm not going any subsidy. NABARD is refused to give any subsidy or anything to me.
Okay, so madam, if you are going for processing of mushrooms, like number one, I will suggest you that I think you might have already taken training from the Solon Institute on mushrooms. So, now you can proceed with the Ministry of Food Processing schemes, in which you can make different products out of mushroom, like pickles, dried mushrooms, and all those. So you may approach and all the schemes that I am talking about. So see, up till after the farm production is over and the post harvest. From post harvest, all MSME schemes are applicable for all the post harvest agriculture produce. So before harvesting, all that is taken care by agriculture schemes. Now post harvest, whatever schemes are there, which is applicable for the MSME sector, is also applicable for the mushroom sector. So so if you want to make a processing unit, for example, you want to have dried mushrooms or maybe mushroom powders, you may also apply for the PMEGP scheme. You may make on online application, and that is easily available. And you can also apply for the Ministry of Food Processing schemes under that. And whatever scheme even sir also mentioned previously for MSME sector, which is given by the bank, like collateral free loans, are also applicable for the mushroom units also. So uh, mush, uh, what you schemes are applicable for the all general MSME units are also applicable for your units once you are processing it. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, and you can also avail the storage schemes which are available for, maybe suppose if you want to create a good controlled atmosphere storage for mushroom. So the storage schemes are very useful for you. So you may avail that because sometimes you don't get a good price for mushroom. You may store it, and maybe in a bulk quantity you can send it to the market. So in that way, you may avail the storage schemes and maybe processing schemes. And for production schemes, Ministry of Agriculture have some schemes. So you may approach them for the production related schemes.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Sir.
Hello,
sir. This is Prasanna.
Manage. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. I'm Yaspal here. This is to manage regarding this incubation program. You have two programs. One is for ideation, another is for the startup. In ideation program, is it required to as a FPC to join, or as an individual we can join it?
That is for the individuals. FPCs, see, basically, cannot be the part of this at this moment, because FPCs doesn't come under the Startup India initiative purview. But as an individual, you can apply for the AOP, Agripreneurship Orientation Program, which is for the individuals to convert their ideas into prototype.
Yeah, I am as a initiator of the FPC. Still, FPC is not farm, but one idea is there to make a FPC and make a one unique product on dairy base. So for that,
you after converting, I got your point, Mr. Yashpal. So once you come up with an idea, if your idea gets selected, so finally you will have to make the structure legal entity, which should be either partnership firm or limited liability company or private limited company. So either of these three forms only will be considered.
That is at the time of application or after the training or incubation?
After the training. After the training. Yeah, at the time of application, you being an individual is eligible to apply.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. Thank
Hello.
I'm from
Hello.
Visakhapatnam.
Hello.
Sir, I want to take a training in agri clinic. Hello.
For the questions pertaining to Agri-Clinic and Agri-Business Center scheme, at present, because of COVID, we are not conducting it on a physical mode because that needs more of physical demonstrations and all. So for that, you keep visiting on Manage website. There will be an update. At present, there is no physical training.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
actually,
Hello, sir. My question is to Sharma.
smart services, a vertical garden service we are providing, sir. Already we have agri consultancy. So based on this, I want to go for agri clinics. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Sir, my question is, sir, I'm working on in-farm machine vision applications for food grading. So currently, I am doing a digital image processing for color sort and all that kind of stuff. Sir, I want to move to hyperspectral imaging. So in that case, are there any laboratories available in any institutes which can provide me the equipment for for such kind of research?
I think we have to check that. Definitely, it's a very innovative area that you are working on. So maybe you can mail me separately. So with all the details that what kind of technology you actually want. So we will identify. We will discuss. We have a panel of scientists who closely work with our institute. So we'll discuss with them and we'll let you know that where you can find the technology and its machinery specifically.
Hello.
I'll wait for your mail, Prasanna.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you. Sir, I just wanted to ask, sir, whether we can apply for both MSME and industry scheme. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, can we apply for both MSME and industry scheme?
MSME and
Industry.
see, the industry itself is classified either a micro, small, or medium. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any industry for that matter, that industry should maybe either a micro industry or a medium industry or a small industry, isn't it?
Okay.
So that
Okay.
your classification will be either of that. So there are no two different schemes, industry and MSME. Anything, whatever that either you are an industry means you are either a micro industry or a small industry or a medium industry. Are you getting
Okay.
me?
Okay.
So
Okay.
any unit which is having investment in plant and machinery up to 1 crore, okay, up to
Yeah.
1 crore can be classified as the micro.
Micro.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So more than 1 up to 10 is a small.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And more than 10 up to 50 is a medium. And there is a parallelly another condition is also there with regard to the turnover. With regard to turnover. See, the turnover also should be matching. For example, one means micro unit is one where turnover should not be more than 5 crore. Turnover
Okay.
should not be more than 5 crore. Okay.
Okay.
And a small, the turnover should not be more than 50 crore. And for a medium, turnover should not be more than 250 crore. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sir, I
These
was
are the
just
conditions. And that's
so
how
what
it
I was
gets
asking was,
classified.
see, like I want to start a noodles industry, noodles and
Yeah.
pasta with maida. So should I apply for MSME or should I
Yeah,
apply for KYC?
you have to register your unit as a industry, and then
Okay.
when you put up your unit, that total investment required in a plant and machinery, based on that, okay, for example, you are going for a very low level investment in plant and machinery, your unit is classified as a micro. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
1 crore, your plant and machinery requirement for noodles will not be more than a crore rupee.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Okay. Okay.
So definitely it is a micro unit. Okay. So
Okay.
you can classify yourself and you can get that registration. Okay. Registration
Okay.
as a micro unit. And once you are there, then you can get funding. Okay. You can get funding for a micro units under Mudra also. If you require up to 10 lakhs, you can go for Mudra. If you require more than 10 up to 25 lakhs, you can think of going for PME GP. And
So
then
it's the same.
if you
Udyami, sir, Udyami registration is enough. Udyami registration. Udyami site.
Yes,
That is what only is required. Okay, Udyami.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that
enough,
is
sir.
what only. Yeah.
So if it register in that, that's enough. No one. It's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We will take
Hello,
last
sir.
one question.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm Vishnu, sir, from West Bengal.
Hello, sir. Sir, my question to Mr. Sharma, sir.
Question to
Hello.
Ian, sir.
Sir, I need the information about the affiliation fees for the skill training program for TP, 6,000 rupees. We will get the only 6,000 rupees for that fees, or another expenses will going on throughout the year, sir, for the scheme, get the scheme.
So, like you are a training partner or you want to join the training program?
Training partner, sir.
You are the training partner. So,
Yeah.
Like that is one-time fees, and then you have to register yourself with sector skill councils.
Okay, sir.
So, based on your registration with the SSCs, suppose if you are working in the agriculture sector, there is a agriculture sector skill council of India. So you maybe for furniture there is a furniture and fitting skill council of India. So depending on that you have to register yourself, and then they will visit your premises. They will see whether you have the adequate faculties, training infrastructure, and all that. And then under the PMKVY you are entitled to get some training programs, and you will be paid based on the number of participants that you are training and the number of duration hours of training program that you are conducting.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, Dr. Sharma, sir, I have one question. Maybe any of Reddy sir and other servants or anybody can answer. So we have been supplying farming machinery. I mean, commercial farm equipment since 2012 onwards. So combined harvesters, and we have invested about 1 crore rupees, and getting their products, farmer products, to sell in a bigger market. So I'm working on e-commerce area, and we have registered firms also there. Only thing is I need to take the trademark related and additional support I need. Can you just give me some inputs now?
So I'd like to answer here. You are Rakesh, right? Rakesh.
Yeah.
So Rakesh, if you want to have a trademark, patent, or maybe GI, any kind of intellectual property right registration, so there is a subsidy of 75% which is there, and you may drop an email to me, and we at our institution we have a intellectual property facilitation center, IPFC we call it. So they will file a patent on your behalf, trademark, even copyrights, all kind of intellectual property filing we do at a very subsidized price. Even you get a subsidy on that. So I can help you with that regard, and we will facilitate that, and you will very soon have the trademark.
Oh, okay, sir. I think most of the things are may not require patents, right, sir? So we think that patency may be required, but maybe I feel that it's kind of an e-commerce zone. It's coming up an
Rakesh,
online.
where are you located? You are based
Hyderabad.
out Hyderabad. You may visit Yusufgada. I'll help you in that.
Sir,
Yusufgada.
Yusufgada. Okay, sir.
Okay, Yusufgada. That is a National Institute for MSME. You may visit me. You may drop an email and you may visit. I'll help you with that.
Okay, sir. I got your point, sir. Thank you.
Manage,
Sir, I want
provide
to set up an
setting for
organic
vertical
food
garden.
There are a lot of questions coming up. I like all of you to put up questions in the resource person.
Sir, can I? One doubt, sir. Only one doubt, sir. Please.
I thank all of our panel members. I opportunities which are prevalent in the sector. Takesh has brought out a lot of competitive programs which are available for the entrepreneurs for bringing up insights from the banker's perspective with the detailed schemes they are in the government provisions also. So I thank for in the insights. We also thank the participants who patiently listened to the sessions, brought out a lot of curiosity and asked questions. And I thank the manager also to help us to come up with this program. I thank you one all. So for your questions and queries, you can write to us on mail IDs which we have shared with you along with the details of the program. So there you can share. We will be coming up with the questions as we have been continuously sharing that we will be coming up with the FAQs for the generalized questions. If there are any specific questions, you can write it to us. We will write.
In fact, we are thankful to the manager.
On the next Saturday with the program. Yes, sir.
Sir, only one take to Mr. Sarma sir, please.
Sir.
Sir, already asked, sir. Mr. Sarma sir, I got a TP provider. We collect the money from candidate or center, sir. From center, sir.
Sir, I didn't get a question. You may drop me an email, please, sir. I'll answer this.
Okay.
The email IDs have been given in the chat box, and you can take note of that. And it's like on behalf of Team Manage CIA, I want to thank all the speakers for the insightful sessions. Also, a big shout out for the webinar enthusiasts for participating so effectively throughout all these webinars. We shall meet you back on November 21st, 2020 on the topic promoting agri startups experiences of ecosystem partners. Again, advance, happy, safe, and a prosperous Diwali to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy Diwali, sir.
Diwali to one and all.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to one and all. Bye.
All in all.